Okay, so now I've still got my beaker, okay, and this is beaker number 1. And so I've got my hydrochloric acid and my bromthiamyl blue in here. So again, it's yellow because it's showing that this is acidic. And I've got my balloon up here. Now my balloon has got 1 scoop of sodium bicarbonate, which is about 1.6 grams. Okay, so I've got 0.38 molar hydrochloric acid here in my beaker, or in my flask, and I've got 1.6 grams of sodium bicarbonate in my balloon. So let's watch what happens. Okay, so as you can see, I dumped, and make sure that it's all gone. All right, so I dumped my baking soda, my sodium bicarbonate, into my beaker, okay, and we got a reaction. You'll notice the balloon inflated. My balloon inflated due to carbon dioxide gas that was given off during the experiment. But notice that my color of my liquid in here is still yellow. So that tells me that I didn't use all of my acid. That because this is still yellow, I still have unreacted acid. So there wasn't enough in my 1.6 grams of sodium bicarbonate to ensure that I used up all of my acid. Okay, so this was beaker number 1. So now we're going to look at number 2. Okay, so again, I've got the same setup, 0.38 molar hydrochloric acid in here with my bromthiamyl blue, so you see that it is yellow, okay? And I've got my balloon on top, but this time I've got 2 scoops, which is the equivalent of about 3.2 grams of sodium bicarbonate. So I've got twice as much of my baking soda or my sodium bicarbonate, okay? So let's watch what happens. All right, so there's still a little bit left in here that hasn't quite reacted, so I'm going to see if I can get that reacted. Make sure all of it's, oh, there's a little bit more in my balloon here. See if I can get that all out of there. So you see my balloon blew up a little bit bigger. If we compare that to number 1, we can see that my balloon got a little bit bigger. So I definitely had more reaction. I've actually still got some reaction still taking place in there. I still have a slightly acidic solution. Okay, so it wasn't enough to neutralize, but notice how big my balloon got this time. So it definitely tells me that I have a much higher rate of reaction than I did when it was just 1 scoop of baking soda or sodium bicarbonate. All right, so I'm going to push that aside. And now I'm going to hold the balloon this time. If it gets any bigger, it might fly off of there. Okay, so this is my beaker 3. Okay, now I've got 3 scoops of my sodium bicarbonate or my baking soda in my balloon. Still 0.38 molar hydrochloric acid. 3 scoops. So I've got about 4.8 grams of my baking soda in here. So I'm going to hold this down on here so it doesn't fly off. And let's add our baking soda. You can see that it gets kind of purple as we get some reacting. You can see my balloon's getting huge. And looky there. My bromthiamyl blue has now made my reaction turn to purple, which tells me that I have a basic or neutral solution. So in this case, I've used up all of the acid, okay? And you can see that my balloon definitely got a lot bigger compared to the others. I don't want to let go of it in case it flies off. So my balloon got a lot larger, and I got the purple solution that I didn't get with the others. Still got a little bit of reaction going on in number 2, and it is still yellow, okay? And my reaction with number 1 has completed, and it is still yellow. I still have this barely inflated balloon. Okay, so now on your worksheet that I gave you, your results page, in your particle level explanation box, you're going to use the words and pictures to illustrate what happened. Okay, and then you need to answer the big picture questions at the bottom. Write a balanced chemical equation for the chemical reaction occurring in each flask. And the chemical reaction that you're looking at here is baking soda, which is NaHCO3, plus hydrochloric acid, which is HCl, yields sodium chloride, plus water, plus carbon dioxide gas. And you need to make sure that you put all of your states of matter on there, okay? And make sure that that chemical reaction is balanced. And then answer those other 2 questions that are contained there. Which flask once contained a limiting reagent, and which balloon contained a limiting reagent.